Show.
Buenos días a todos, bienvenidos a esta edición del Sugar City Morning Show. Hoy es el 2 de octubre, buenos días, ¿cómo se encuentran? Y son exactamente las 7:02. Bienvenidos al show, este es tu show. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión Canal 10, aquí en la calle San Lorenzo. Y estamos transmitiendo a todo el país a través de cable, por señal de la torre, y también estamos en el internet. ¿Okay? Yo reconozco que el último, ¿cuándo fue? Ayer hubo problema con la transmisión, y eso no es de problema nuestro, sino de problema de la compañía de cable que está reajustando sus canales. Así que me imagino que hoy por la mañana lo han ajustado suficientemente que hoy puedas vernos en casa. Pero también importantemente, como dije, estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde la torre para toda la audiencia que opta a no tener cable y que vive en el norte del país. Muy buenos días, un atento saludo a todas estas personas y familias, y de lo que sé es una cantidad formidable. También estamos en vivo en el internet. Si quieres, si gustas, simplemente entras al internet, te entras a YouTube y puedes teclar Sugar City Morning Show. Y lo bonito de eso es de que puedes tú ver el programa para el día que quieras ver. Así que, compañeros, un esfuerzo especial para siempre estar en contacto con su audiencia de parte de todos aquí en Nortevisión. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo se encuentran? Ojalá y se encuentren bien. Como siempre, vamos a darle seguimiento a nuestro programa de hoy, 2 de octubre. Así se está yendo el tiempo, 2 de octubre. Vamos a continuar con esta oración, reconociendo y dándole gracias a nuestro Creador. A nuestro Creador, que es el jefe de todo el universo y de toda la vida. Padre, te doy las gracias por todas tus bendiciones. Nos da la vida hoy, la salud, las fuerzas, nos das tanto y tanto y tanto. Nosotros recibimos. Y te digo muchas gracias por todo esto, Padre. Hoy amaneció otro día. Hoy sucedió el milagro de poder abrir los ojos. Hoy sucedió el milagro de poder respirar, caminar, hablar, comer. Gracias, Padre, por todo esto. Te doy las gracias humildemente, reconociendo de que tú eres el que das la vida. Y no podemos escoger simplemente cuando nos conviene y decir, Dios sabe lo que hace. Yo me atrevo a decir de que Dios sabe lo que hace todo el tiempo. Y no solo cuando alguien muere y no sabemos la razón por qué murió. Gracias, Padre, por tu plan que tienes, de salvación que tienes para nosotros. Gracias, Padre, por todas las bendiciones que nos das, que demuestra que nos amas intensamente e incondicionalmente. Gracias, Padre, por todo esto. Permítenos hoy empezar a ser dignos de todas estas bendiciones. Empezar a ayudar al prójimo. Empezar a pensar en otras personas en vez de solo pensar en yo. El famoso yo, que es tan típico del egoísta que solo piensa en él o en ella. Yo voy a hacer esto, a mí me costó esto, yo voy a hacer el otro, a mí me gusta el otro, sin pensar y ser más sensible a otras personas, a las necesidades de otras personas. Reconocer de que también esas personas necesitan, de que también esas personas tienen su punto de vista. Permítenos, Padre, ser más humildes. ¿Qué es lo que tanto carece en este mundo? La humildad auténtica. Porque podemos pretender ser humildes también. Permítenos, Padre, ser humilde auténticamente. Permítenos, Padre, ser más amorosos, más generosos. Permítenos ser más humanos. Padre, como siempre te pido para los enfermos, las enfermas en los hospitales, en las casas, en las cárceles, por todo lado. Sánalos, Padre. Y para los viejitos, viejitas desamparados, para los niños desamparados, para aquellas personas que caminan las calles sin saber dónde van, guíalos. También, Padre, por todos nosotros, que tenemos una necesidad u otra. Asístenos, Padre, ayúdanos a poder lidiar con eso, reconociendo de que nada más es a través de ti que podemos asentar todos estos problemas. Te bendecimos, te alabamos, te glorificamos siempre. Amén. No estamos tomando llamadas a este momento, así que, por favor, vamos a continuar. Le pido a la persona que está llamando que por favor llame entre un ratito, especialmente cuando ya estemos libres para poder permitir su llamada. Quiero en este momento felicitar a las personas que cumplen años hoy, 2 de octubre, a las personas que están celebrando aniversarios, también muchas felicidades. Quiero decirles de que hoy tendremos un super show. Hoy tendremos a personal del departamento de... Vamos a tomar la llamada. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Manuel.
Ajá.
Channel 16 not the show none at all, boy. You only the scrambler. Channel 60, 46, 59. Well, lot of them channel they not the show for yesterday.
I know, it is a problem. It's not our problem. It is from Center who are adjusting their channels. Check 33.
Okay then.
Ajá. Thank you. Gracias, sí, y le hice mención de ello. Ayer estuvo pasando en 56 o están reajustando todos sus canales y los tienen que hacer por blog. Así que nada más les pido por favor que tengan tantito de paciencia. Es inoportuno. Bueno, desafortunadamente hoy que tendremos un buen show, tenemos eso, pero tan pronto lleguemos a saber en qué canal están pasándolo, y que lo están pasando. Nada más que tenemos que estar con el control en la mano, viendo, checando, porque en realidad, como dije, hoy tendremos personal de Department of Youth Services en los primeros 2 segmentos, luego de donde estaremos hablando acerca de los proyectos que tienen ellos en lugar, y a propósito, empezará uno tan pronto el lunes o algo eso, sí, y tendremos un barbero entrenando jóvenes que quieran aprender a afeitar así con mucha precisión, muy bonito, ¿ok? Y cortar el pelo también. Estaremos hablando con él en el segundo segmento. Y luego, compañeros, a las 8 de la mañana entran 2 personas que son de gran importancia. Entra el Acting Commissioner of Police, el señor Chester Williams, estará con nosotros. Y tendremos, además viene con otra persona que representantes del Police Department. So we'll have 2 very senior representatives of the Police Department here in Belize. and here with us this morning. So, without further ado, before I do that, my apologies, tenemos que reconocer a nuestros patrocinadores. A&R Stores, Digit, BTB, Belize Tours Board, that is, Government of Belize Information Service, Belize Marketing and Development Corporation, Gillett's Meat Shop, Vega Imports, Vega Distributors, and German Vega & Sons Import Limited. Las 7:13, rápidamente vamos a estos anuncios, pero estaremos de vuelta con ustedes con mucho más luego de esto.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillett's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175. or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Up today. Now available in Corozal and San Ignacio.
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Freshly extracted local honey. Perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself. as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal and San Ignacio.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 19 minutes after 7 o'clock. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show, a las 7:19. Compañeros, reconozco que hay un problema con transmisión. Entiendo que estamos en Canal 33. As best I understand, we're on Channel 33 on cable. But I'd like at this moment to welcome my very good friend, Mr. Robert Chicky Usher, to the show. Chicky, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. And yourself?
I'm doing quite well, actually. Very good.
Okay. How the roaches, they come out already and wait till December?
Actually, this morning about 3 o'clock, there was a heavy downpour of rain coming down, and I felt this little droplets on my body because I sleep with my windows open, and on the south side, that is.
Yeah, at least sprinkling,
you know. So I go like, what? What's going on here? So I quickly managed to close it, but I had to pull a sheet because it became quite cool last night. It was a quick reminder that we are in the month of October.
Yeah, that like when they're at LA sometimes go sleep hot, not you 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning you have to haul a sheet.
I've never been into LA where it's hot.
Okay, but what happened is the cable channel that we are on in Orange Walk, you know, they implement a set box, no? Where they run the channels through, just like if you run a channel through the VCR, but that set box is controlled through their internet service as well, no? So if you have the set box, we should be on channel 60. Yeah, 60, channel 60. Now, if you don't have the box, then we are on 33. We're on channel 33. So if you never get the box from your cable provider, then you can see us on channel 33. But if you have the cable box, then it's on 60.
Okay.
And on here we should be on channel 10. But you know how the weather stand right now? A lot of people and the antennas, they get wet and things like that.
But we are live on channel 10, ladies and gentlemen.
Always.
We are live on channel 10. That is, and we're also live on channel 33 for the analog systems.
Yeah.
Am I right? Did I say it right?
Yes.
And channel 60 for the HD, not HD, but for the box, for those on those sets where the owners have purchased the box.
Yeah.
That is that is already programmed in there as channel 60. But we are telling our neighbors that we are on channel 33.
Yeah.
Channel 33.
Yeah.
On Center Cable Network.
Yeah, and also I would like to sadly announce to the Adolphus family and the close friends of the Adolphus family, Mr. Horace Adolphus, passed away early Monday morning around 3 o'clock at the KHMH. If we can recall, around September the 8th, the boy that was gunned down in Belize City, his name is Anthony McFadden, I believe. That was his grandson. And this gentleman was sick for many years. And after the burial of his grandson, it seems like he hit him very heavily, no? And he had a stroke, and he went into the KHMH, and he sadly passed away around 3 o'clock on Monday morning. That's Mr. Horace Adolphus from Crooked Tree. He is the brother of the late Mr. Walden Adolphus. You know Mr. Walden, right?
Of course.
Right. So I spoke to my aunt yesterday because my aunt is his wife, and they will be they are preparing for a wake for Friday night and for the funeral on Saturday. Usually when funerals happen in Crooked Tree on Saturdays, it happens in the morning. But that is not set or sure as yet, no? But as the day goes by, the days, then I will get an official report on that, and then we will be passing that on. So all the family members of the Adolphus family, Mr. Horace Adolphus passed away in Crooked Tree. He's Banja's uncle as well. He's the brother of Banja's mom, no? And we have a lot of families here in Orange Walk when it comes to the Adolphus and the Tillet, because Banja, they are Tillet, no? But his mom is Adolphus and she married Tillet.
Well, I'd like to take time out to give you my condolences to the entire family
Of course.
as well, and tell you what I tell everybody else. It's only through God's grace and time that we manage to deal with that pain and sorrow.
Yeah, you see, my aunt, like, this first death happened on the 8th of September. Then on the 1st of October, one next one happened. And unfortunately, the little boy that was killed, 24 years old, he never did get to know for him, because when he was, I think, close to 1 year, his mom was burned up in a house. Yeah, and he was half burned as well, you know, but he escaped. And from that time, my aunt had him as a real son, you know, so that hit her hard, and it hit his granddad as well, you know. So when that funeral happened, it looked like he must remember what happened to his daughter too, and everything just catch up, you know. But last night, I was looking at the news and saw the girlfriend of the young man Castro that was shot, passed away, you know, and she was saying that, you know.
Oh, that was a girlfriend?
Yeah, it was the girlfriend that spoke last. You saw it?
Yes.
That spoke last night, and she was explaining, you know, their activities and how they used to be along as a couple, no? You know, very kind person. And she said she there with him for about 3 years, and she never heard that he involved in anything or suspect anything wrong. No?
I think at the end of the interview, she conceded to the possibility that it was a case of mistaken identity.
Right, right. That was what everybody was saying. Even on the report, they were saying that it was a mistaken identity. But then, this person done dead, but there was still need for us, I mean, then a time in the morning, what you do in an area. Because we don't know the area they had already, right? And we heard that Friday night they had shooting in that area, no? But it looked like the intended target wasn't hit. So if you hear that, you know, have no kind of, you shouldn't have no kind of encouragement to go in that area. But unfortunately, it happened.
Yes.
It happened, right?
Okay. Let's,
yeah, let's check in with the Belize
I gather our guests are arriving.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick run-up of the weather report.
Yeah, I will need to get Delvic. I will never get Delvic last week, Thursday.
Yes.
Remember we had Baja here and we had a big show. So let's do the weather
This
report.
is the general weather forecast for today, the 2nd of October. The general situation described as a relatively moist northeasterly airflow prevails. The 24-hour forecast. Sunny with cloudy spells today and cloudy at times tonight. A few showers and isolated thunderstorms will affect the coast and south this morning and then northern and inland areas this afternoon. The winds blowing from the north-northeast, 5 to 10 knots. The sea stayed light chop. Temperatures along the coast, a high of 87, a low of 77 Fahrenheit. Inland, a high of 92, a low of 72 Fahrenheit. And in the hills, a high of 78 and a low of 68 degrees. I can almost guarantee that last night I saw that the low temperature in the hills was 66 degrees Fahrenheit. There are no warnings or alerts or watches in effect at the moment. The outlook for tomorrow, Wednesday, is a similar trend will occur tomorrow, Wednesday, during the day and during the night. The sun sets today at 20 minutes before 6, and the sun rises tomorrow morning at 17 minutes before 6 o'clock. Thank you, Francisca Wellington. Thank you very much. Buenos días, compañeros, compañeras. Este es el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, martes, el 12 de octubre. Si estás cumpliendo años, te deseo muchas felicidades.
Just close it, pa. Just press close.
Para el curso del día de hoy estará soleado, con periodos de nubosidad durante el curso del día y nublado por momentos hoy por la noche. También tendremos chubascos y tormentas aisladas afectando la costa y la porción sur del país hoy por la mañana, y luego la porción del norte y del interior hoy por la tarde. Así que hoy por la tarde, de igual forma que pronosticamos lluvia para la tarde de ayer, igual se pronostica para el día de hoy. Hoy por la tarde no nos podemos correr de tener chubascos y tronadas hoy por la tarde. Existe la fuerte probabilidad de que tengamos lluvias hoy por la tarde. Vientos del norte-noreste de 5 a 10 nudos, el estado del mar ligeramente agitado, temperaturas por la costa 87 como una máxima, 77 como una mínima, en el interior 92 grados como una máxima, 72 como una mínima, todo Fahrenheit, y por las colinas 78 grados como una máxima y 68 como una mínima. No hay ninguna advertencia, se espera que mañana miércoles continuemos con este mismo tipo de clima sobre nuestro país. Y por último, le damos las gracias a Francisca Wellington por esta información. Muchas gracias, Chequi. Compañeros, hoy por la tarde tendremos chubascos de nuevo. Hoy por la mañana no podemos descontar la posibilidad, pero más por la tarde la gran probabilidad de que tengamos tronadas de igual forma que sucedió ayer.
Yeah. Also, as we continue here this morning, I was asked to ask you to please say hi to the folks in Belize City and Belmopan. You know, over the holidays, I'm busy around the area. I'm going to play a lot, and you would have been surprised if you know the amount of persons that came to me and said, tell Mr. Martinez to say hi, because we here in Belize City watch you all, and the same thing in Belmont. I was surprised.
Oh no, I was surprised too. I was walking down Main Street, I go, you're the man from television? I go like, yes. And
that's what you man like real up though.
Yeah. And I go like, yes. He said, man, proud to meet you. I was quite encouraged by the countrywide coverage that we the countrywide coverage, yes, that we do, and there is the reception from the people that we're getting. We are trying our very best to have and more interesting shows and more informative for sure. And but with that little touch, that only we can do, I think. So thank you very much for that. really, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you very, very much.
Like the song where Rockwell say, I always feel like somebody's watching me. You remember that song, Jude?
Yes, yes, yes.
Make we see if we'll get Delvi this morning by, because I think we have someone in the house already, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so we go over to San Pedro Isla Bonita this morning. What time, Pa?
It's 7:32.
Hello, good morning, Delvi.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Chetty, Mr. Emmanuel.
Good morning to you.
Our apologies to you. We couldn't reach you on Thursday. I know you were trying to reach me, and I spoke to you earlier before the calling. But what we will do, I will try to see. When we know I have guests on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will have Emmanuel call you between the first segment so that we can do your poem, all right?
Okay.
And thank you so much for understanding, okay?
Sure, no problem, Mr. Chetty.
All right. The road check come out last night, girl, because it rained and it gave a little bit cold, so we had to pull out that blanket last night.
I know. You saw rain last night as well.
Mm-hmm.
Even up to this morning, a bit of rain came down.
Heavy rain?
Last night was heavy rain. This morning, it was only drizzling, and the sky is a bit overcast
It's
right
all
now.
remnants of the Hurricane Kirk
Okay.
that are affecting, the bands are affecting us.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, but you notice the high season right now when it comes to the hurricane, right? This is the high season era ending September into October.
We're not clear out yet.
So talk to me, Delvig.
Yes, Mr.
Inspire us this morning.
I am doing great, thanks God. And you?
I'm doing quite well, actually. I'm doing quite well. I'm so glad to hear that you're doing well.
Yes.
Yeah, the man just
I won't complain.
The man just woke up all the avocado this morning too, girl.
Okay.
Yeah, that
I know you better.
Yeah, the
I say better enjoy.
Oh, yes.
He enjoyed it, don't worry, he enjoyed it.
Do you speak Spanish? Do you speak Spanish? Un poquito.
Sí, un poquito, sí.
Hay un chiste y no se entiende y no se, it's not, no es grosero, no es ser grosero, perdón, ni vulgar ni nada, pero dicen, come aguacate, es la única vitamina con vitamina P2.
Oh, okay.
Well, when time we used to live that cookie tree, you know that time the things were tight, but me still better than time became peaceful. We used to call them the poor people ham, because we couldn't eat ham.
Mm-hmm.
So when we get the avocado, that we ham.
And we used to have a neighbor down the street used to call it jamón de horqueta.
All right, you see? Yeah. All right, Delvi, let's get into the poem this morning.
All right. Today I have a new one. This one is entitled, yes. This one is entitled, The Closer I Get.
The closer I get to you.
Wow.
I just been
oh, you make me.
I think the Elizabeth service have to send out on one new weather report and say never may rain today. Let me get this poem, girl. Let me get this poem.
Alright. The closer I get. The closer I get to God, the less I feel I know Him. It's like He keeps surprising me with every battle I get in. Life gets rocky and some things are hard to explain, but working with and for the Lord, it is never in vain. To have a heart to love and get so close to believing that this is the one, God showed up and said, not this time, not this way, but don't worry, child, I'm not done. I cried, but not so bitterly, because God has never failed me yet. The goodness and His mercy are so hard to forget. In the midst of pain, I cry out as the heart has a longing to be a part of something bigger. But God's ways are not our ways. His ways are greater. So life gets a bit challenging, but God is my victor and I'm bound to win. Though I don't deserve it, God shows up in everything. Now if God can do that for me, He will definitely do it for you. So humble yourself, keep the faith, and watch as the Lord comes through. For he is unfailing, unchanging, unshakable, wonderful, and amazing God.
Yeah, I like this very much because this helps to explain the times when you think, we humans are like this. We think we know what's going to happen because we think that we have been enlightened, and then all of a sudden, bang, 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 something else happened.
Bigger than boof.
Bigger than boof. You know what I mean? But one thing remains constant is God's love. He will never, so even though sometimes we are surprised by what happens, you know, and we sometimes have to rethink the whole thing, one thing that is should be paramountly clear is that God's love is constant, and that we should perhaps never get too comfortable with believing that we think we know.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Delvin. We know you have to go to school and have yourself a wonderful day. And if the good Lord so will, we will definitely have you on Thursday morning again, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you, Delvin. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to take a quick break. Our guests are here. So a quick break, and we'll be right back with you.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Attention all parents and students. A&R Stores countrywide announced the arrival of their back-to-school inventory. If you need school bags and knapsacks, say no more. A&R Stores have the largest assortment of knapsacks in the country with brands like Jansport, Capsule and Everest, famous for their resistance and durability. If you need school supplies, A&R Stores have everything, yes, everything you'll need, such as exercise books, composition books, lunch bags, folders, and a whole range of school supplies and arts and craft material. A&R Stores, your #1 store for back-to-school supplies. Visit them at any of their 8 locations. A&R Store, where our prices make the difference.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal and San Ignacio.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el... ¿Balancín? Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche-France.
The San Ignacio Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalouse Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros, compañeras, a el Sugar City Morning Show. Son exactamente las 7:43. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show, and it's exactly 17 minutes before 8 o'clock. Lo prometido es deuda, y debemos de, ante todo, disculparnos, porque había mencionado antes que el señor Pat estuviese aquí desde más temprano, pero ya saben cómo son las cosas, tuvo un atraso y, sin embargo, hoy hizo un compromiso, hizo un esfuerzo especial para estar aquí con nosotros. Quiero darte la bienvenida, sé que tienes la mano lastimada en este momento, bienvenido al Sugar City Morning Show. Te agradezco el hecho de que estés aquí. Compañeros, quiero dar la bienvenida al señor Edmer Pat.
Sí, muy buenos días. Como dijo Mr. Martínez, tuvimos un poquito de atraso, pero eso no es problema. Estamos para dar información, entonces, como dijo, lo prometido es deuda y acá estamos. Venimos básicamente para hablar sobre unos temas que nosotros como departamento estamos haciendo y tal vez mucha gente no lo está haciendo focos, ¿no? Entonces, pues uno de los programas que nosotros estamos haciendo actualmente ahorita es un Backyard Gardening Program, pero también tenemos planes de hacer un Barbering Training.
Tienes un programa actualmente, un Backyard Gardening Program, pero lo que quieres venirse aquí a promover es un proyecto muy especial que yo creo que lo han hecho anteriormente, pero es un curso de barbería para jóvenes que ya sabemos de que les encanta cada 2 días ir a afeitarse y a tener a verse bien, que está perfectamente bien.
Es normal.
Cuando una persona se esmera en verse bien, eso habla muy bien de esa persona. ¿Okay? Perfecto. Y ahora, para ayudar a esa persona a verse, continuar viéndose bien o viéndose hasta mejor, va a haber un programa, un curso de barbería, empezando, quiero que tú ahora me des los detalles de este curso de barbería, a barbering course at the Department of Youth Services. Ante todo, when is it going to begin? How long is it going to last for? How much do you have to pay? And at the end of the day, what is
the follow-up?
The follow-up. What will you be able to do with these 3 weeks of barbering courses that you have received?
Maravilloso. Maravilloso una vez más, porque es un curso que se ha dado antes y hemos visto que da frutos. Entonces nosotros nos volvimos a comunicar con nuestros stakeholders, como se llama, y ellos dicen, ¿sabes qué? Pues es posible dar otro curso en barbería, ¿no? Porque sabemos que, vamos a suponer, uno gasta $8, $10 cada 3 días, cada semana para que se afeite y todo eso. Y entonces, ¿por qué gastar ese dinero? ¿O por qué gastar $5? Cuando hay maneras como uno puede aprender, compra su propia máquina o como sea, o es más, y agarrar este curso, que es totalmente gratis, porque yo oí que usted dijo cobrar. El Departamento de Jóvenes hace programas y eventos que básicamente es gratis, o debe de ser gratis.
Así que te están enseñando el curso de barbería y es completamente gratis.
Perfectamente.
Departamento de Youth Services.
Perfecto. Tiene que ser gratis en el punto porque pensamos de que todos quieren aprender, pero ¿por qué la mayoría de veces los estudiantes nunca fueron al colegio? ¿Por qué? Hacemos la pregunta, ¿verdad? Y tenemos la respuesta, por las finanzas. Primer punto. Otro, tal vez el muchacho pues no tiene esa adrenalina para seguir estudiando, entonces ellos deciden en cierto punto empezar a trabajar. Pero también sabemos que el trabajo es bonito, es maravilloso, pero tenemos que pensar en el largo plazo. No ahorita que tengo 15 años, tengo que pensar acá que tenga 25 años, 30 años. Si es que no estudié, tengo que aprender a hacer algo. Puedo ir a trabajar de cemento o puedo trabajar donde yo quiera, pero al fin del día necesito yo estar a la larga en un lugar. Entonces, si es que no estás haciendo nada y te gusta barbería, porque hay muchas personas que les gusta barbering, la verdad, a mí me gusta, yo puedo cortar pelo, pero yo no lo quiero ver como un negocio porque prefiero colocar a otras personas que tienen el talento, simplemente que tal vez no saben o tal vez tienen miedo o están nerviosos. Entonces hay que aprender y la única manera como uno puede aprender es practicando y yendo a escuchar cómo los profesionales hablan y trabajan, ¿no? Así pienso yo.
Ahora, ¿qué fecha comienza este curso de barbería y cuándo termina?
Ok, pues el curso es por un mes. Y no piensen que van a venir todos los días, no. Solo va a ser por 2 días. Va a ser los martes y los miércoles. Empieza este 9 de octubre, que prácticamente es la otra semana martes. Entonces va a ser martes y miércoles, la próxima semana otros martes y miércoles, y así va hasta que termine el 31 de octubre. Empieza el 9 de octubre y termina el 31 de octubre.
Así que vamos a ver. 9, 10, 16, 17, 23, 24 y 30, 31. Ok, repito. 9, 10, 16, 17, 23, 24 y 30, 31. Son 8 días de entrenamiento durante las horas 9 de la mañana hasta mediodía. Así que 3 horas diarias por 2 días por semana por 4 semanas.
4 semanas, perfecto.
Ok, así que toma ventaja de esto. Te invito.
Y también los estamos invitando porque sabemos que no podemos no podemos complacer a todos. Entonces estamos tratando de ganar un target que es una estimación de 20 personas. Entonces las personas que tienen ganas de venir en este curso, hay que llamar de una vez, hay que llamar y solicitar y pedir, ¿sabes qué? Yo quiero ir a ese entrenamiento. El número es 302-0051. 302-0051, y eso es invitando a cualquier joven de toda la área de Orange Walk District. Tú puedes ser de San Felipe, tú puedes ser de San Esteban, puedes ser de Douglas, puedes ser de donde tú quieras. O es que tú seas de Orange Walk District, tú puedes venir a entrenar, a aprender a cortar cabello, ¿no? Que ese es el plan. Y el plan es también no solo cortar ese pelo, sino que también dar unos tips como para hacerlo mejor y también cómo es para hacerlo sanamente, porque también sabemos que necesitamos cuidarnos a la vez, ¿no?
Eso es lo que te iba a preguntar. Hoy en día hay muchos requisitos.
Perfecto.
Y que se le imponen a los barberos y a las personas que cortan pelo, porque digamos que ya sabes de que las enfermedades están de por medio de todo esto. Si tan de repente, sin darte cuenta, le cortas a alguien, ¿qué sucede? ¿Qué puede suceder? Te podrías infectar, o tú podrías infectar a la persona, o la persona te pudiera infectar a ti, si es que tiene alguna enfermedad. Así que por naturaleza hay una cierta cantidad de cuidado que es importante. Cuéntanos cómo figura esto en el curso.
Pues nosotros lo pensamos igual como usted lo está pensando ahorita y analizamos que necesitamos envolver al Ministerio de Salud adentro también y también necesitamos envolver a Belize Family Life Association porque ellos son organizaciones que están en cierto punto están para los jóvenes también y estar para informar a las personas sobre las diferentes enfermedades que se pueden transmitir con el Gilead. Entonces, por eso es que más o menos los queremos envolver, ¿no? Al Departamento de Salud y a otra organización que es The Belize Family Life Association, porque pensamos que ellos saben un poquito más en las enfermedades que se transmiten sobre ellos, ¿no?
Sugar City Morning Show, buenos días.
Buenos días, Noel.
Hola.
Ajá, quiero pedirle a Telo, ¿a dónde va a ser ese?
Va a ser en el Departamento de Jóvenes, allá en la oficina con nosotros, está después de Post Office.
Yo pensé que aquí en San José lo ibas a hacer.
No, es que quisiéramos que se haga en San José, pero usted sabe que... pero ahorita va a estar pasando aquí en la oficina, pero yo temprano, yo voy a estar viniendo todos los días cuando empiece el training, entonces yo los puedo traer, lo único que va a tener su pasaje para que regrese nomás al mediodía, ¿no?
Bueno, le voy a comentar a mi hijo, tal vez entre.
Ok, mis
claro que
muchas
sí.
gracias.
Gracias, esa es la actitud, promoverlo porque al final del día uno se queja que no tiene nada que hacer y luego entonces existen ciertas entidades que quieren empoderar.
Perfecto, esa es la palabra, empoderar. Y actualmente ese es mi trabajo, empoderar a las personas no solo para estudiar, sino para muchas cosas más. Si tú quieres aprender construcción, tú quieres aprender plomería, soldadura, nosotros como departamento ahí estamos. Simplemente consigue tu grupo de jóvenes que sea de 12 a 15 personas o hasta 20 personas que tengan las ganas de aprender. Nosotros conseguimos profesionales para que den ese curso. Es más, podemos colaborar con ITVET, que está menos con frente. Ellos pueden ayudar a esas causas también. Entonces estamos nosotros como departamento para eso. Simplemente que todo lleva su tiempo, ¿no? Pero al fin del día pasa.
Regresando al tema de la
salud, de la bandería.
Las medidas de seguridad que necesitas emplear. Cuéntanos acerca de eso.
Pues como yo les estaba comentando, ¿no? Nosotros miramos la necesidad de que tenemos que envolver al Departamento de Salud o al Ministerio de Salud y a esa organización que es el Belize Family Life Association, para que ellos nos vengan a informar sobre eso, ¿no? Entonces, durante el curso, del tiempo del curso de barbería que vamos a tener, van a estar viniendo personas de ese departamento para informar y informar a las personas sobre las medidas que uno tiene que tener. Y si es más, si no me equivoco, yo creo que hay una licencia que se te da también. Entonces, todo eso va a tener que ver en la persona, en las ganas que tiene. Porque también la última semana nosotros los vamos a estar agarrando para práctica. Porque sabemos que barbería no es mucha teoría, sino que es más práctica. Entonces, por eso también estamos poniendo un mes, porque sabemos que la última semana nosotros tenemos planes de hacer un barbering show que está mero frente a la oficina con nosotros allá. Vamos a estar cortando pelo, tal vez por gratis a las personas que van a estar pasando, o no sabemos cómo lo vamos a hacer, pero sí necesitamos que practiquen, porque practicar te hace en cierto punto perfecto, ¿no? Entonces necesitamos que os practiquen también, porque no solo vamos a enseñarles teoría y después no sé cómo hacerlo. Entonces se tienen que enseñar los dos conjuntos, la teoría y la práctica. Entonces pensamos que va a ir bien otra vez. Gracias.
Me alegro mucho. Tenemos poco tiempo que nos queda en este segmento, pero rápidamente quiero que nos hables acerca de ciertos proyectos que ha hecho el Department of Youth Services en el pasado, rápidamente, estoy seguro de que tuvieron todos mucho éxito, pero uno en particular de que tuvo súper éxito.
All right. Dos en particular. Uno es primero el Kick Decorating Training. Es un curso que ha estado circulando en Orange Walk, circulando en el punto de que se está dando, ¿no? Se estuvo dando en todo Orange Walk District. Se dio, no me equivoco, en varias aldeas No quiero mencionar nombres porque tengo miedo que lo diga mal, ¿no? Pero sí se dio en varias aldeas, como 5 o 6 aldeas en todo Orange Walk District, fue el Cake Decorating Training. Y actualmente, creo que hace como 3 semanas, terminó un Cake Decorating Training en la oficina con nosotros allá. Entonces, señoras, muchachas, estaban ganando entrenamiento de pastel. Y es algo de que para mí es algo muy vital, porque ahorita un pastel sale hasta $80, hasta $100. Entonces, si tú lo puedes hacer, te libras todo ese peso de dinero. Entonces, puedes comprar otras cosas. Otro proyecto que yo miré personalmente, porque yo estuve involucrado directamente en Neo, y estamos haciendo otro, es el Backyard Gardening Program, que nosotros empezamos desde el año, desde enero empezamos ese proyecto, y ya dimos un curso, que fue, eso sí yo te puedo decir que fue en Guinea Grass, fue en San José, San Pablo, y fue en Carmelita también. Entonces ya tuvimos el proyecto de Neo, y si le llego a mostrar los pictures, ni me lo van a creer, de repollo, de chile dulce y otros productos que cosechamos.
¿Y estos son todos jóvenes? ¿De qué edad aproximadamente?
Pues el plan, como nosotros trabajamos en el departamento de jóvenes, deben de ser jóvenes, pero también nosotros pensamos que también personas ya más de edad se pueden involucrar en el programa, porque sabemos que ellos pueden enseñar a sus sobrinos o a sus hijos que están estudiando ahorita. Tal vez ahorita los hijos están estudiando, no tienen el chance de agarrar el training. Entonces su papá o su tía o alguien también lo puede agarrar, y a la larga vamos a suponer que el muchacho cuando acabe su high school o su sixth form no tiene ese acceso a empleo rápido, porque ustedes sabemos que hay un proceso después que acabas de estudiar, que no puedes conseguir un trabajo de la noche a la mañana. Entonces todo tiene su proceso. Entonces en ese momento, pues él, si su papá o su tío aprendió y quiere aplicar a la agricultura, es maravilloso, porque la agricultura es un negocio tremendo. Estamos hablando de billones y billones de dólares que se corre en agricultura afuera del mundo, y nosotros por lo menos debemos de ganar un pedacito de esos millones. ¿Qué está pasando con Belice?
A propósito, se me recordó algo. En el barbering course que están ofreciendo, en el curso de barbería, ¿no se limita a solo hombres?
Pues
también
sabemos que hay muchachas que están interesadas en cortar cabello de hombres también. Entonces se le puede abrir un espacio a las muchachas que están interesadas también. Pero como yo les estoy diciendo, solo hay cupo para 20 personas. Entonces, si estás llamando, de una vez llama a la oficina y pone tu nombre.
El número para llamar.
302-0051. Una vez más, 302-0051.
0051. Y no necesita estar, digamos, de 17, 18 años. Puede ser 22, 23 años.
Pues la edad que nosotros estamos buscando es de 15 a 29. Pero sabemos que hay personas que tienen 40 años y se sienten jóvenes. Entonces, maravilloso.
Pero la preferencia se le va a dar a las personas que están dentro de 15 a 29.
Perfecto, esa es la preferencia, pero tampoco yo no lo quiero poner de esa manera, porque hay personas de 35 que se van a sentir ofendidos. Entonces, por eso digo yo que hay que tratar de involucrar a todos, porque en el mundo no solo jóvenes viven señores de 80 años, viven señores de 60, entonces el mundo está completo de todos nosotros. Entonces hay que tratar de darle espacio a todos, para que todos puedan aprender, porque nunca es tarde para aprender. Ese día en la noticia yo escuché que un señor de 108 años en México se graduó con su título de universidad a los 108 años, y eso me dijo a mí que yo necesito seguir estudiando también.
Pues yo te quiero dar las gracias, Edmer, y desearles todo lo mejor. Quiero asegurarte de que durante el curso del show hoy y durante el curso del show durante el resto de la semana estaremos promoviendo este curso de barbería.
Perfecto.
Ok, siquiera 1 o 2 veces.
Maravilloso,
gracias. Yo entiendo de que nada más hay cupo para 20 personas, pero me imagino que ya luego que se den cuenta de la gran demanda que pudiera existir, de que quizás tan pronto termine, haga el otro.
Maravilloso.
Hello. ¿Verdad que sí?
Perfecto, maravilloso, ese es el plan.
Eso es el plan. Más gente empoderas, pues entonces
el país crece.
El país es empoderado también, porque el país lleva la riqueza de su gente. Compañeros, muchas gracias, Edmar.
Muchas gracias, igualmente.
Y con esto vamos a una pausa, porque ya tenemos otros invitados para atender, así que vamos a esta pausa rápidamente y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de esos anuncios. ¿Quién llega ahora? Es el jefe de la policía de todo el país de Belice, the Acting Commissioner of Police, Mr. Chester Williams, ¿ok? Y otra persona. Así que vamos a este anuncio.
Muchas gracias. Bye.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopan Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
I want to watch my video. Girls, be quiet. Just give me a minute.
Hey, Miss Michelle. Kids giving you trouble again?
Yes, they're making me crazy. Plus, the internet isn't working.
I know what you mean. We had internet issues too. Then we signed up for DigiNet. Best decision ever.
DigiNet?
Yep. It's VTL's new fiber optic internet for your home that they are rolling out countrywide. Now, it's just awesome internet all the time. Plus, my parents have the ultimate bundle, which comes with a free mobile postpaid plan and a free unlimited home phone.
Did you say free?
Yes, I did. And for a businessman like you, you can bundle and get 6 gigabytes free mobile data every month. My dad loves it because it saves him a lot of money.
Save?
Yep. Plan starts at $69, so you can stop stealing Miss Michelle's Wi-Fi now.
Not true, miss. Not true, miss.
But hey, what do I know? I'm just a kid. Head over to VTL and see for yourself.
Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like.
Now available in Corozal and San Ignacio.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef, and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own brand new modernized multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta. It is exactly 8 minutes after 8 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, como dicen en español, lo prometido es deuda. It is now my distinct pleasure. Something that doesn't have to happen very often. In fact, in my almost 4 years of being here, it's not often, it is the first time really that I have three of the highest ranking policemen here on the Sugar City Morning Show. I'd like to, at this point, say good morning and welcome immediately to my left to the Acting Commissioner of Police. Did I say it right?
Deputy Commissioner.
Deputy Commissioner, Mr. Chester Williams.
Good day.
I'd like to also say good morning to Mr. Luis Castellanos, who is the Northern Commander.
Northern Regional Commander.
Northern Regional Commander. Good morning again, sir. And last to my left, to the person in charge of the Orange Walk Formation, Mr. Juanito Cocom. Sir, good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to the show.
Thanks.
On a personal note, how are you doing?
I'm doing quite okay.
I'm doing good. Likewise.
I must say it's my first appearance on a TV radio station in Orange Walk.
Well, and that's exactly where I wanted to go, sirs. It's not often that we have such a high caliber of police officers on our show, and thank you very much for making yourselves available on this show, because we often see you guys on Channel 5 and Channel 7 and so forth, and thought maybe erroneously that you could not be available on our shows. But thank you very much. But it still asks a question. Having the presence of Mr. Chester Williams here, having the presence of the Northern Regional Commander, having the presence of the person of Mr. Juanito Cocom, who is the officer in charge of the Orange Walk Formation, what is going on? Is special attention being given to the Orange Walk town area because of the increased criminal activity in this area, sir?
Yes, good morning once again to your listeners and viewers across Orange Walk. And yes, I know you have seen us on Channel 5 and Channel 7 in Belize City. But again, for today, we believe that it was only prudent that we come and communicate directly with the Orange Walk people. And we believe that one of the best way to do so is to come on a TV radio station that is dominated across the Orange Walk district.
Mm-hmm.
After all, what we want to discuss today are primarily issues that are affecting Orange Walk. And like you rightly alluded to, we are currently looking at how we can intensify our police presence and operations within the Orange Walk formation. As you know, I am the Deputy Commissioner of Police with responsibility for operations and crime. And so the issue of crime fighting comes directly under my responsibility. And as such, I am here to offer support to my good friend, who is at times mischievous, Mr. Luis Castellanos. And the officer,
with all due respect, sir, but I've severely done that.
and the officer in charge of Orange Walk, Mr. Juanito Cocom. So see what we can do to be able to address the current gang issue in Orange Walk. We have seen over the past couple of months a resurgence in gang problem in Orange Walk town, and we owe the Orange Walk people that sense of security to ensure that they feel safe in their homes and whilst walking the streets. And as such, we are going to put measures in place to be able to address those gang problems with a view to try and incarcerate those who need to be incarcerated, and those who may want to choose a different path of life in terms of getting out of the gang issue, to see how we can work with them to make them better citizens of Orange Walk. So that is basically our mission here today.
I'll ask Mr. Castellanos and Mr. Cacao to talk to us in terms of what we have seen recently. We have seen some criminal activity in certain areas of Orange Walk town. And I think it would be right for me to say that it is concentrated in certain areas within the East where we have seen increased criminal activity. And perhaps maybe we cannot discount the possibility that in Child Farm there should be some sort of elements. But Orange Walk has always, I'd like to say, that Orange Walk has always been a peaceful town, except for occasional breakouts. I would love to continue saying that Orange Walk is like that, and rather than perhaps having in the future an epidemic or an endemic situation where you end up being like Belize City, because some of the liberties that we have here in Orange Walk, sitting around in a restaurant, drinking coffee, eating empanadas, eating so forth, they tell you know what a blessing this is to be able to do that here? We don't have that freedom in certain areas in Belize City.
I rest assured that will not happen. We will put things in place, and as it is right now, it's starting, and we have the opportunity to do something to curb this and deter these criminal activities in the area, and we will do it. I assure that we will do it.
Well, what is it a problem? Is it really a gang fighting turf? Is it drugs or sale of drugs? Is it what kind of situation are we talking about? Openly,
I must say that in Orange Walk there are two gangs actually who are operating in Orange Walk, and these gangs survive primarily on the sale of drugs, and so the sale of drugs is an issue, and the turf within which drugs are being sold is also an issue, and those are the things that we need to attack and address very swiftly. Over the years, we have, to some extent, lost Belize City, where the gang problem becomes more of an epidemic. We want to ensure that that do not occur in Orange Walk. Like you rightly said, Orange Walk has and continue to be a peaceful place. And despite, yes, the flare-ups now and then where these gangs are involved, the place continue to be peaceful. And again, go back to what you have said, that the problem currently is centralized in one area.
So as best as I can understand, then all these efforts are being concentrated to shut down these forces.
Yes.
That are causing, that are provoking these.
But at the same time, we will not forget the other areas. We just can't concentrate in one area and leave the other areas abandoned. So we have to concentrate in this area and likewise put efforts in the rest, so it doesn't become it doesn't reach the stage like this.
What I want to say is that without divulging much information because of operational and safety reasons and so forth, but basically I'll just summarize what we believe might be a problem. It is only one gang which would appear that they're having internal problems. So without speculating otherwise or giving more, we believe it's like an in-house fight amongst themselves. And so that is what we believe. That is what we are theorizing as it relates to how we are seeing the movements on the ground.
So it's not like a situation as in Belize City where you have a pronounced difference between different groups and so forth. How, Mr. Williams, how, I do understand, and I have my personal view, that severe problems require severe solutions.
Yes, and
given the case in Belize City, why I use that to give you a little preamble to the whole situation in Belize City, the way I saw it, there was a lot of discussion on the social media and some people being vehemently against incarceration of certain people because, it was the human rights issue, that you can't do this and you can't do the other, and so forth and so forth. Personally, I kept calm and I said, I think at the end of the day that the work that you guys are doing is unenviable. In other words, I would want to be in your shoes. I'll be honest with you. And perhaps I'd be desperate. And I'd try to find ways of how to create a positive impact with the work that I do. But at the end of the day, I saw that you managed to decrease the criminal activity in Belize City, and that is significant.
Yep, and again, under the social contract theory, the citizens surrender their right to the state in exchange for security. And so we, the government, have a responsibility to ensure the safety of all. And that security that the government assures the public comes through us, the Belize Police Department. We are mandated by the Constitution to ensure that we enforce law and that we preserve life and property. And in so doing, we investigate, we prosecute offenders. But one must understand that oftentimes the toughest decisions that you are going to make in life are those decisions that will really and truly pay off at the end. They may come across as being unpopular at first, but eventually when people begin to see the results of it, it begins to develop popularity.
Are people seeing the benefits of it?
Yes, and I can tell you that with the state of public emergency which was declared in Belize City, the public have now come to the realization that it was useful, and they have now embraced it, and they're asking that it be extended into other areas of the city.
Wow.
So again, after all, what people want is to be able to feel free, moving around within the respective communities, and we must do as much as we can to ensure that they have that semblance of security that they
What
rightly
happens
deserve.
when these people, because you can't keep them in lock forever, for God's sake, what happens when you release these people? And it's supposed to be, they're supposed to be released this Thursday, no?
The time will be up on Sunday, but again, we have several options available to us. And like I've always said, it is not for us, it is for them to decide upon their release what route they want to travel. They can choose the peaceful route, or they can choose the violent route. If they choose the peaceful route, then it is good for them. If they choose the violent route, then they will leave us no other alternative but to seek an extension of the declaration to the National Assembly, and if that is approved, which I'm almost certain it will be approved, we will be able to keep them incarcerated for even up to an year. So while, yes, some of them may be released, they must now look at themselves and look at the lessons learned from the 1 month incarceration and think as to whether or not they want the incarceration to continue or they want to live a free life. Another option that is available to us, we have the newly passed or amended Crime Control and Criminal Justice Act, which now criminalize gang membership. So we have tasked our gang task force to look at offenses under the new law, and some of those persons who are currently incarcerated will be charged under that new piece of law. And we have recently had an amendment to the same law which prohibits the magistrate court from granting bail to anyone who is charged under the gang regulations. And so there are things out there we can do. So I want to appeal to the Belizean people. Do not panic, because the 1 month period is coming to an end. We have a strategy in place that will be employed once the need arises. As I've said before, the cards or the ball is in the court of those gang members who are incarcerated. If they play the cards right, then they'll be free. If they want to continue to play the bad way, then the police is a very powerful arm of the state. And don't think that you can fight the police and win, because we have the military at our disposal as well, who can be called in to assist us to be able to diffuse any situation that may develop. We don't want to go down that road. Yes, we are hoping that upon the release, they will see the need to understand that living the lifestyle of them going at each other's, killing each other's, is creating a sense of unsafety to the law-abiding populace of our country. And we cannot sacrifice the majority at the expense of the minority. It does not work that way. It does not work that way.
Have you, when the problems in Belize City were at a high level, and then you had to begin this program of incarceration, is there any evidence showing that some of these criminals migrated to other towns and other cities and so forth, where perhaps there might be an element that just maybe under the table, as they'd say, they're still exerting forces and creating some sort of activity there, because they said, no, I'm not going to be caught. I'm going to go over to Carmelita. I'm going to go over to Roaring Creek. And well, key areas that I'm talking about. Is it possible that some of them...
I will say that majority of the gang figures who resides within the area of concern, meaning the 2 areas that were declared, they were captured and are in custody. We have no concrete evidence to say that any of them migrated to other parts of the country, because we did our best to ensure we captured as much of them as we could have. We wanted to capture all, but from the 2 areas, I think only about 2 persons were not captured. And we're still in search of those 2 individuals, but we have not heard of them migrating elsewhere.
We'll go to a quick break. It is exactly 24 minutes after 8 o'clock. We're going to a quick break, and we'll be back with a lot more. Don't go away.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
These sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal and San Ignacio.
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 28 minutes after 8 o'clock. Here with us this morning, as I will repeat, I have immediately to my left Mr. Chester Williams, then Mr. Luis Castellanos, and further to my left, Mr. Juanito Cocom. This is the top brass of the police department here with us this morning. And gentlemen, we alluded to the fact a while ago that your presence here is due to the increased criminal activity that we have recently been seeing in a spate of crimes a while over the past month or so. How does the police department intend to subdue this activity? How will you be dealing with this criminal activity so it does not go on? And as a matter of fact, that it is literally wiped out, so that at the end of the day, the people of Orange Walk can live in peace. Gentlemen.
Yeah, but just to start off, to set the stage, we met yesterday with the Minister of National Security and his junior minister, Mr. Aragon. And in that meeting we had yesterday, Mr. Aragon expressed his concern over the ongoing crime problem in Orange Walk Town. And we have also been hearing from residents of Orange Walk who are concerned as well of the ongoing issue. My cell phone number, I don't know how Orange Walk people get it, but I have been getting calls and texts from Orange Walk where people are asking that we see what we can do to assist in Orange Walk Town. And so my presence is to show support from the police headquarters level that we are going to address the issue in Orange Walk. But I want to make a very important appeal to the people of Orange Walk Town that we must understand that the issue of crime is a community problem. And it is not one that can be addressed by only the police. The greatest fight against crime is community participation. And so we want to appeal to the Orange Walk people to be a part of the solution. And they can be a part of the solution by reporting suspicious behaviors, reporting criminal activities, and reporting drug sales, and if anyone knows the location of firearms and these sort of things, they can report those to the police, and we are going to take action.
Okay, let's take this call from Minister. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Yes, sir, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Minister.
Everyone here.
Morning, sir.
Right here, my buddy. Just calling, and I see we'll have just stuck on the show, the new officer commanding on the job, no?
Yes, we do.
Cassiano, so just want to say good morning, and I just give them a recall, in reference to the fact that I want to give them my full support for being in our job, especially the new commanding officer, Mr. Chester Williams. I think that's why you're the wrong way, because, we're having a serious problem in terms of the gun violence, no?
Yes, sir.
And the murder. So, it is something that has really affected our community here, because we are not used to these kinds of things in our job, no?
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say that I have full confidence in you being here today, and to look into this problem and to ensure we put the police into dealing with the situation, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I know that's something that the public is looking, and I know the public have the confidence that the police can do their job here, and I guess at the end of the day that all the public is asking for the police to act and to deal with this situation, no? and to bring those to justice, people who are involved in these things, because this is our beautiful song, man, and it fills my heart, to know that we're having these incidents, and something where we're not accustomed to. And definitely we don't want it to make it a norm, you understand?
Yes, sir.
So I have full confidence in three of you guys that are there, and I'm sure that the public likewise is looking to see that the police acts. And I just want to tell you all, you have my full support here as the Minister of State in the Ministry of National Security to support you guys.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Definitely, it is something that I'm looking to work closely with Mr. Kokom likewise, so to try to see what else we can do for policing in Nijuat.
Thanks.
To strengthen what we have here.
Thanks.
And I know, Chester, you are the Deputy Commissioner responsible for operations. I would want to say that one of these Radio Colocat is I think we have discussed this before, is maybe send the police department. Yeah, I know that Kokoma, since he has come here, expressed to me a need for a few more officers here, no?
Yes, sir.
Maybe, I know we discussed that, and we are looking to see where we can get more officers for the police department here, no? In our job.
Yes, sir.
And I know we have other plans I've discussed with Kokom, but I think that at the end of the day, a lot of people are depending on the police department, and I am sure that you can count on a lot of the community here in our job to support you guys with information and things, because I know people want to ensure that we continue with the kind of peace our job has been doing for all the years, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so I just want to begin up big time, because I know the kind of work you guys do. I've worked with all of you personally on the ground when I was a police, and I could tell you I know you guys personally to be straight, and I have full confidence in you all and doing the job, So I just want to big you guys up today and big up the whole police department.
Thanks.
And let you all know that you have our full support here in our job, and definitely we are here to work together to improve in everything in terms of policing here in our community. So I just wanted to take time to say that to you guys, and for you guys to know that we are here to work to continue with keeping a beautiful and peaceful our job. No?
Yes, sir. Thanks very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Minister.
Thanks.
All right, sure, man. No problem.
Thanks again. Thank you. Well, that was Minister Ragun, and he was, above all, giving his entire support to the effort.
Yes, sir.
But going back to the question that we were talking about a while ago, what were some of the measures that you're going to be utilizing to subdue this activity here in Orange?
We have a lot of strategies, but these strategies are on a need-to-know basis, which we can bring it forward. But we'll have a lot of police presence in the...
May I take this call quickly? Sugar City Morning, sir. Go ahead, sir. I apologize for that.
Yes, we'll see more police presence, particularly on this.
No, but I can understand that it's on a need-to-know basis.
Yes, a lot of police presence. We have strategic operations, like how I told it. It will be within the problem area, but at the same time, we will not leave the other areas unattended. We'll have police presence throughout the entire Orange Walk.
Will you be requesting increased police presence? No, rather, let me rephrase that. Will you be asking for support from other districts? In other words, just so that you can have, because Orange Walk is limited.
Yeah, well, we will ask our counterpart in Corozal to support us. And in fact, as well, Mr. Williams has already pledged his support by sending us the special patrol unit. So it will be complemented, and we'll definitely do a nice operation.
So the people can expect to see more police presence.
Yes,
more other words, because that is one of the things that's going to give us confidence.
Yes.
Let's take this call. Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning.
Hello, Mr. Martinez.
Good morning.
Hello, officers.
Good morning, sir.
One thing that Mr. Williams said is rightly true. If we citizens of Orange Walk continue to cooperate with those criminals, Orange Walk will definitely get that like police city. We cannot tolerate our family members being part of a gang selling drugs, and we cannot reveal their names or report it. We have to take a stand. It's not if it's family members or our own son or whosoever it is. And one big problem that we have, if we are willing to make a report, we would like to be secret, to be anonymous, not to reveal who is making the report. Because these gang members are not playing with lives. They are taking us like animals. Why should we treat them like humans? If they want to be treated like human, they have to act like human beings.
I understand, yes.
I totally.
I believe that is a reason why Belize City got like that. Because parents, family members tolerated their whosoever was belonging in gangs to hide them.
Exactly.
That's not what our job is used to. For the September celebrations, I understood the reason the army was here in Orange Walk, but it was very uncommon for me to see. I was really surprised and at the same time terrorized that maybe something can happen out there. I was with my kids.
But actually,
the army was ready.
Actually, it was not the army, ma'am. It was an arm of the police force, an arm of the police department.
Well, you are
the paramilitary aspect of our policing.
Yes, it's not actually the army.
Yeah, well, they were here.
Yes, they were there.
It was not something that we Orange Kenyans are used to.
Yeah.
They were part of our celebrations, and they were among all of us out there.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you intimidated by all of this, ma'am?
Of course.
I had promised the people of Orange Walk that for the carnival I would ensure that we have sufficient security. And so I fulfilled on that promise by ensuring that I brought down members of our paramilitary units to come and assist in policing the carnival to ensure again the safety of all who are partaking and those who are not partaking in the carnival.
In fact,
I know.
I would like to add.
It's very uncommon for Orange Walk to see that.
Yeah.
That is very uncommon. I don't like to live in this community and that to be a part of our daily scene.
Well, again, Mami, it goes back to what you were saying. If the people of Orange Walk allow the gang members from Belize City or elsewhere to come and use Orange Walk as a safe haven, then they are going to come and eventually they are going to influence the children of our Orange Walk people to become gang members, and then the problem begins to spread more widely, and then it gets out of control. And that's the reason why we are going to step in to ensure that that do not occur. One of our strategy going forward is that we are going to look at the Tower Hill Bridge, where the toll is, to see if we can turn it into a permanent VCP, a vehicle checkpoint, where we'll begin to monitor persons who are coming in and out of Orange Walk. And anybody who we see are coming in who are gang members, they're going to be properly searched to ensure that they're not bringing in any illegal firearms or drugs, as the case may be, because then those are the things that can be very toxic to Orange Walk and bring Orange Walk to a level where we don't want it to occur. Yes, we can deport them, but the fact that we will be searching them and harassing them when they come in will serve as a deterrent to them from coming in and do what they may want to do. And so those are that's one of the things that we.
And likewise, that same VCP, that same checkpoint will be a form of like people coming in and committing burglaries and removing the items out of Orange Walk. That we'll be able to stop them in that venture as well.
I understand.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for your comment, ma'am.
The caller made mention about you remaining anonymous when you make a complaint to the police. The Witness Anonymity Act has been passed, and it is only awaiting signature from the GG. I brought it up to the Minister of National Security yesterday, and Mr. Aragon was there as well, to see if they can get the Governor General to assent to that piece of legislation.
Are you at liberty to talk more about that, sir?
Yes, sir. What the Witness Anonymity Bill do is that whenever a person goes to the station and give a complaint or give a statement, who is a witness to a crime, the person name, address, phone number, and any information that can lead back to the person is not placed in a statement. So when it is time to give disclosure to the accused person will only get the mere complaint, but he will not be able to see who makes the statement against him. So that will then be able to alleviate the fact that the accused may want to go and search for the witness and eliminate the witness. Another key component of that piece of law is that it also affords witnesses, when they go to court, if for some reason or the other they are very fearful of the accused person, they can testify through video link or from behind a wall within the courtroom itself. So the accused person will not get the opportunity to see who the person is who is testifying against them. So it's a very, very good piece of legislation, and it will assist significantly in not disclosing the identity of persons witnesses who come forward and give statements to the police as witness.
I understand perfectly. It's okay. Okay.
I just wanted to add reference to the young lady talking about the carnival in Orange Walk. It was well attended. We had a lot of persons. We had a lot of police, thanks to Mr. Williams. And like I was teasing to somebody, I said the only complaint we got from that carnival was that there were some gaps in the gap but again, you know, that was the joke that we didn't control the parade, and so that was the only concern that they brought up. So taking it on a positive note, that was the only complaint that it happened.
The only complaint it was that there was no complaint really. Okay, so we have pretty much we're going to be seeing increased police activity.
Yes, and at the same
in
time,
certain areas in Orange Walk.
And at the same time,
we're not going to be forgetting other areas. Okay, go ahead, sir.
And at the same time, we will use a lot of community policing strategies. As it is right now, I know we need to regain the confidence of the people here in Orange Walk. Due to certain things that have occurred recently, I believe some of that has been lost. However, that's another key element to regain the confidence of the people through community policing efforts.
I have an email that says we need laws against gangs. We need to bring back the death penalty. We need more police patrolling the town, especially at night. Let's take this call. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Am I on air?
Yes, you are, sir.
Okay. Morning, I'm Manuel. Morning, ECP Williams. Morning, Regional Commander Mr. Luis Castellanos. And morning, Inspector. I'm just referring, I just want to make a reference to a call made by someone who alluded to the fact that she didn't like so many armed forces out there on the day, you know, the celebration day. I disagree with that person because in their term it's called preventive measures. So there is no such thing as being overprepared. The police know that incidents may happen, and they do what they have to do to ensure that it does not happen. I am sure that if that lady, something had happened to one of our immediate family, she same one would be the one to call and said, the police never prepared for the event. So I felt extremely satisfied and peaceful and safe because there were armed forces out there. The special event had all indications that the elements would move out district, so the police do their job by exercising preventive measures. So I'm happy all went well, and I'm thankful that police presence in Orange Walk. It indicates that there's a commitment of the police to ensure that Orange Walk is safe. So there is no, I repeat, there is no such thing as being over-prepared. Let the police do their job, and let us feel safe. Thank you.
Thank you, too. Thank you,
Another side of the story.
I don't think the lady meant it in a bad way. You know?
Yes.
I think that she was just saying that Orange Walk is not used to seeing so many police officers.
As a quick overview, that's the word I was looking for. This year we had a huge number of people coming in from all around the country.
Yes.
And it would seem to me as if the amounts get bigger and bigger and bigger. But remarkably this year, we didn't have any, or correct me if I'm wrong, but if there was any, incidents, major fights, I think that there weren't many.
As usual with the abuse of alcohol, you may have a problem here and there.
Yes,
but however, nothing escalated to anything major.
Nothing. So I would like to take time out to congratulate you guys.
Thank you.
And tell you that I think that despite of the fact that we may not be used to seeing the little trolleys with guys with the big I don't know what they are. Rifles in their hand. And it may seem intimidating at first. I got used to it. And I realized one thing, that if I am not doing anything illegal,
why should you fear?
Why should I fear?
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
And I was comforted by that. But I guess that most people took that stand as well. You know, let's just have fun. They're there to protect us, not to intimidate us.
Of course, that is our role, our paramount role.
Okay. Yeah. So we're going to be seeing increased activity here in Orange Walk.
Yes.
Going back to the question, we're going to be seeing
of community efforts as well.
Okay. Now let me go quickly to the community efforts.
Before we go, let me add to what Mr. Kokom was saying. In terms of what you'll be seeing, I would like to put the good people of Orange Walk on notice. I don't want you to be caught half guard. We will be enforcing the tint regulation.
Yes.
So if you know you have a vehicle that is heavily tinted, please take off your tint. If you want to tint your vehicle, tint it in accordance with the regulation. The regulation says that the front window can be 50 and the back windows are 20. In terms of the windshield, you can only have 6 inches down, and that 6 inches must be 20. The rest of the windshield coming down must not have any tint at all.
Any obstruction.
We are seeing a number of vehicles where the windshield is totally tinted to the extent that you cannot see who is driving the vehicle. That is one.
How can the driver see?
I wonder sometime. 2, we'll be looking at those motorcycles that are running around that do not have papers, that are unregistered, uninsured, because we are seeing that motorcycle has become one of the prevalent mode for criminals to go and commit shootings. We'll be looking at public drinking,
quality of life,
and loitering. So please do not hang on the street corner. Do not drink in public, because again, those are things that the police will be enforcing. We'll be looking at the edge tool laws. The law states that you are not supposed to have any edge tool on you if you don't have a good reason for having it during the day. a good reason for having one. Maybe you're a fisherman, you come for fish, or you're a farmer, you come for farming, or you're a hunter, you come for hunting.
Or you're a barber.
Right. That might be a good reason. In the night time, it says that between the hours of 8 p.m. and 5 a.m., you're not to have any edge or pointed tool that blade is more than 3 inches in length. So if you're caught at night time between 8 p.m. and 5 a.m., you can be charged for article with blade under the Crime Control Criminal Justice Act, and that carries a more heavier penalty. So I'm just saying to the good people of Orange Walk, we do not intend to capture our good citizens, but we cannot enforce the law disproportionately. And so, please take heed to the warning and try to comply with the legal requirements. We have found out as well that many of the persons who are being shot and killed, they have been shot and killed because they are found hanging out on the street corner. If we eliminate those problems, it will solve the bigger problems. The broken window theory, if we allow the smaller offenses to fester, it eventually leads to the commission of greater offenses. So I just want the people of Orange Walk to know that those are part of our operational strategy in tackling the crime problem in Orange Walk Town.
I've been advised by my producer that we'll be doing an extended show today, but so we'll take a quick break and we'll be back with more after these messages.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. Do you think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Rans, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize.
This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal and San Ignacio.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid, now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega & Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Attention all parents and students. A&R Stores Countrywide announced the arrival of their back-to-school inventory. If you need school bags and knapsacks, say no more. A&R Stores have the largest assortment of knapsacks in the country with brands like Jansport, Capsule and Everest, famous for their resistance and durability. If you need school supplies, A&R Stores have everything, yes, everything you'll need, such as exercise books, composition books, lunch bags, folders, and a whole range of school supplies and arts and craft material. A&R Stores, your #1 store for back-to-school supplies. Visit them at any of their 8 locations. A&R Store, where our prices make the difference.
Sign up today. Now available in Corozal and San Ignacio.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 3 minutes before 9. We'll be having another segment here. A show that is, today we have the distinguished presence of Mr. Chester Williams, who is the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mr. Luis Castellanos, who is the Northern Regional Commander, and Mr. Juanito Cocon, who is the officer in charge of the Orange Walk Formation. They're here, obviously, because of the increased criminal activity, in response to the increase in criminal activity. But importantly enough, they're here to ensure the people of Orange Walk that they're doing something about that. Now, we were speaking a little while ago about being able to use the participation of the public. And many times that participation does not come because of lack of confidence.
That's right.
Very straight. Okay? And many times that lack of confidence comes because of allegations of police involvement and so forth within the criminal activity. But what measures will you be taking to be able to get that confidence from the community and be able also to deal internally with those allegations of corruption within the police department? You want me to take this call first?
Yeah.
Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
To reduce the volume of a television set, I will have to cut. Yes, go ahead now, ma'am. Hello? We lost that call? We lost the call. Go ahead.
I would start off first by saying that presently we are embarked on a campaign, myself and Mr. Juanito. And first of all, we are starting from in-house. We are telling our staff, the public, it's service oriented. You have to treat the public. You know, when they come to the station, the first thing is to make sure you greet the people and receive their report. And at the same time, we have also strengthened the public, the PSB, We have a new office now.
What was the PSBB?
Professional Standards Branch.
Okay,
And so we are even removing it from the station, and it's being placed at the Ignacio Vega building. And so the public will not even have to go to the police station to make the report. So there are things we are doing to try to alleviate that bad image that we have at the moment.
Just to add to what Mr. Castellanos have said, the police, the police, in order for us to be able to give the public that full assurance that we are serious about stamping out corruption and fight crime, we must also look internally at ourselves, and that process is being done. I can assure the Orange Walk people that the commissioner and myself and even the minister, or the two ministers, are in full support of these two gentlemen and whatever it is that they want to achieve in Orange Walk. And they have been tasked to look internally at the Orange Walk formation and make recommendations as it relates to persons who they believe have been compromised, so that we can make the move and get those persons out of Orange Walk and replace them with other officers. So over the next couple of weeks, there will be some moves in and out of Orange Walk formation, all with a view to ensure that we restore that public trust and confidence that the Orange Walk people so deserve to have in a police department.
Okay,
in that same venture, I would just add, we have a new deputy as well that came along with me, Inspector Paulino Reyes. So he's the new deputy officer commanding Orange Walk Police District.
Okay, let's take this call. Let's take this quick call. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Good morning, it's a pleasure to have Mr. Williams over there.
Good morning, sir.
So I'm calling from Caledonia.
Go ahead.
The Caledonia, we have a police station, but the police station is contaminated with rat bats. Our kids all around are smoking marijuana, and nothing is being done in our village. Our village is abandoned by every system of government, and we need something to be done. We have to save our kids from drugs, traffickers, and all those things that are happening in our village. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you, sir.
Thank you.
Your response to that.
I don't know where Caledonia is.
Caledonia is in the Corazon.
Okay,
Buena Vista, and then
okay. Fortunately, Mr. Castellanos is here, who is the Northern Regional Commander, so he has jurisdiction over both Orange Walk and Corozal. I will leave that question for him to answer. He can tell you what he can do to be able to address your concern.
Yes, I personally have visited that town on more than 2 or 3 occasions, and yes, the station, the rat bats have done their part on the building, and so we intend to bring it back to a livable condition so that we could repost police officers there. Unfortunately, the budget, they kind of reduced the budget, so we'll have to do it from recurrent budget. So we are taking the project by piece. So we finished the work in Progreso, we finished some work in Sarteneja, and the next option was for us to go to Caledonia. And so we will definitely address the issue. And
is there an officer posted in Caledonia?
The living condition.
So,
like
so it's just so he was not living someplace else. It's just that there was none in Caledonia.
The living conditions for the officer will be very bad, and so we have to repair that building.
Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning. Good morning. Buenos dias. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Gentlemen, welcome to our talk. And this really is a breath of fresh air to see high-ranking officers like Mr. Williams and Mr. Castellanos, addressing the public and reassuring the public that the police is serious about making interventions in a drug. Recently we saw the state of shooting and so on. And I personally am confident that a man like Mr. Williams, who is in charge of operations, will make a difference. For Mr. Williams, I would also, I just joined the show because I was doing something else, but have you mentioned anything about giving a warning and a fair warning to these criminals out there that the emergency zone can be implemented in our job as well?
Yes, it can be, and if it is that whatever it is that we're going to implement now do not work, then the next option will be to make an application to the Governor General to have it declared as an emergency zone, and then we go after those persons.
It will be very helpful for people to know that this is a tool that you have at your disposal in the event that they don't want to shape up, no?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and just know the Carla from Caledonia, you know, I'm from that village with the Castellanos knows very well, like, from Caledonia. And yes, there is a need for a police station as this. But not like I heard the gentleman calling and talking about that people doing drugs and that people are not dying in Caledonia, people are not fighting every minute in Caledonia. Caledonia is a very peaceful village, but yes, Mr. Castellanos was very much like a police officer to be stationed at Caledonia, because like everywhere else when we need that present. But it's not like people are dying all over the place in Caledonia that we need a police station there yesterday.
We certainly would want to wait until that happens.
So again,
yes, indeed, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we need to look.
It's not like the color. It's something like he has some sort of urgency. Yes, and I know Mr. Castellanos was working. He went to visit. I was there when he went to visit, along with the minister, to look and see how it can be refurbished, and there was a quotation given and so. And I know that personally, I know that they're doing something to bring up that police station.
Yeah, we will look at the refurbishing of the police station, but in the time being, I'm going to give a directive right now to Mr. Castellanos to ensure that a motorcycle patrol goes into Caledonia at once a day. Right, so I'm telling him on air so that the people of Caledonia can hear. So if you don't see the motorcycle patrol in Caledonia, you can call me.
I congratulate you guys for coming to the public and reassuring the public so that at least we are informed and know that something is being done to address the current situation. Especially this nonsense that is happening in our resort that we are not used to here in our resort.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much and congratulations.
And thanks to you, sir. Thanks to you, sir.
I just wanted to add, you know, thinking of the situation in Belize, if we were to bring this strict measure to Orange Walk, I wouldn't only want it to be for a month. Maybe we would ask that we start off with 1 year.
I believe by the strategies we implement, we will not have to reach that thing.
I am pretty confident, gentlemen, that the measures that you'll be utilizing will be very effective. And I'm trusting that the people from Orange Walk will cooperate.
Yes, sir.
Because that's going to be key. That is going to be key. And like I said, the more you show the public that you are worthy of their confidence, then the more they will participate.
Yeah. That's right. It's a two-way street. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the first thing they tell you is, I have no confidence in the police because blah, blah, blah. You know, sometimes it's a human nature that 99% of the time you can be doing wrong, good, but 1% you do wrong, and they will remember you for that 1%.
Yeah.
And that is unfortunately the truth. However, there have been huge amounts of allegations, huge amounts of big stones being cast on the reputation of some of the police officers, in particular here. And I was quite pleased to hear Mr. Williams talk about sort of like a zero tolerance coming on his behalf, because we have seen and heard people come to Orange Walk and hold high positions, and then all of a sudden, only to hear afterwards that they themselves are involved, and it is very discouraging, to say the least.
Disheartening as well.
Disheartening. Yeah. Straight up, it is disheartening. So the public wants to see something being done. Yeah. Let's take this call. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Good morning, and all I'd like to know, ask Mr. Chester Williams.
Is that right, Fontayo?
That when I pick up the man that I killed my brother, please.
Who is your brother, ma'am?
My mother, Manuelita Salazar, and Ariel Salazar.
Oh, this is the case that was struck out last week.
Yes, ma'am. What happened? we are waiting for a report from the BDF Commander of Operations. I met with him yesterday, and that report should be obtained from him by the end of this week. And I want to assure the Orange Walk people, contrary to what is being propagated in the news, that the matter was struck out for lack of evidence. That is not the case. The matter was struck out because of the fact that we had sent the file to the DPP office, as is normally the case with all indictable matters, and the DPP office returned the file to us the day before the court date. And they have given instructions to the police officers to get this report from the BDF ops officer, and that report was not obtained because of a short notice. And it was explained to the magistrate that the police do have the file to do further work, and we were seeking for a further adjournment in the matter. But the magistrate acceded to the submissions of the defense counsel and struck out the matter. But that is not the end of it. It's an indictable matter, and as such, we can and will rearrest those BDF and the police officers who were involved in that matter. I can assure you of that.
Okay, sir, thanks, because I mean, a pain and I see the man walk off on that.
Yeah, don't worry, mommy, they will be picked up back. Can assure you of that.
Thank you. Thank you, Manny.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Bye-bye. Okay, yes, and I think that did need some sort of clarification, because a lot of people are going like, what?
Yeah.
What going on there? How all of a sudden these 5 men walk out?
Yeah.
And it was like saying, you see, that's the reason why people kill these days, because there's no justice.
Yeah.
You know, there's no justice. He says, I suggested the helicopter comb the whole of Belize for airstrips made in the jungle or behind pastures for landing drop planes. I imagine that has already been done. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning. Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Claro que sí.
I want to just ask maybe Mr. Williams today, you know, that I would like to say is more, you know, a lot of people know who are the criminals here, who know it, and the police should know it too, because they don't have to be. So I think the memory is this part is just holding. I think it's not very hard to do if the police are willing to do it. I live in a garden, Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir.
We know the people that sell marijuana, that they crack cocaine. We know it. If I make a phone, you will be surprised. Some of them have gone to the police station. Not very far.
Yeah.
And are they blind? This is one problem we're having, that I think the police are not able to do what they're supposed to do. To start a problem that the politician believes, they believe, he doesn't believe, I will create no problem. Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Yeah. Yes,
Thank you.
I do agree with the caller that we have a good appreciation of who the persons are that are involved in gang and the sale of drugs, and that is what this operation that we are going to embark on will be focused on. Those persons who are involved in illicit activities that include drugs and firearms. And I'm going to again sound a clear warning to those who tolerate these gang members and these drug peddlers, that they are going to see much of the police. And some of them may complain about being harassed by the police, but I will not see it as harassment. It is a matter of the police going out to do their work. So long as the police do not beat up anybody, I am fine with that, because we are not supposed to do our work and abuse people.
Exactly.
There's a zero tolerance for that.
Okay. I'm going to invite the person who was calling to call back again, please, because we lost that call. But
if you know you're involved in illicit activities, you must expect the police will come.
Obviously.
Right? You're not going to operate freely. And I want
nobody is untouchable.
Yeah, I want my officers to understand that they have the authority to go out and enforce the law and go after these persons. And if they don't do it, it will be me and them, and they know that. Right? So I want the people of Orange Walk to know that the police will be doing what we can to address this concern. There are no sacred cows.
Okay. We want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. Thank you, Mr. Chester Williams. Thank you,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Castellanos. Thank you, Mr. Kukom. I'm hoping, oh, you do have messages, okay. I imagine that you do have a lot of messages. Okay. I will begin reading messages. Just wanted to ask Mr. Williams, when will the 7 officers be picked up, because I just called and they didn't put me on air. Well, I don't.
Answered that just a while ago,
They did, Anne said that. So, it says, las policías de aquí no sirven para nada. Llegan tarde a todo. Está más mejor los policías de state. Todos tienen derecho.
Vamos a cambiar esa imagen.
Vamos a 100% behind Mr. Luis Castellanos and his new OC and deputy. Well, welcome to the club.
Gracias.
I'm watching you guys from Libertad. We need a police station here to be in Libertad. Okay. Good morning. I would like to see more policemen patrolling. Majority of the time, they're just sitting in office. You're getting the temperature of the people.
Yes.
Okay. Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning. Adelante, por favor. Good morning. Okay. You are saying
Libertad. The
Libertad.
one in Libertad, there is a police station that will be built under the CABE funding, and so government is just waiting for the disbursement of funds, and as soon as that come on board, I know that Libertad is on that program for a new police station.
Okay, just let me quickly go ahead here. Good morning. I would like to see more. Okay, I think that we dealt with that. Good morning. Just want to say I'm glad how Mr. Williams operate, but I think with those child molesters and rapists, they should give them bail. They don't need bail because they come out and do the same thing over and over again. I guess although it was a little bit confusing at first. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Buenos días. Hablar con Mr. Chester Williams.
Está adelante, por favor.
Es que acá en Caledonia hay muchos ladrones y no hay police station. Y cuando vas a comprar con el chino, ahí te están arrebatando, quitando tu dinero, puros borrachos, ladrones. Caledonia necesita un police station.
Okay, as I've said before, ma'am, the police station currently will be looked at to be rehabilitated. I understand Spanish well, but I don't speak it well, so I will respond in English. I hope you understand. Yes, so we're in the process of rehabilitating the station, but in the time being, the police will be making daily patrols to Caledonia on motorcycles. We just received some brand new motorcycles, and we're going to make use of them to do our rural patrols. So Mr. Castellanos is here. He has been directed to ensure that effective today, the people of Caledonia begin to see a patrol within that area daily.
Well, thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Sí lo entendió, señora. Lo puedo traducir para su beneficio. De ahora en adelante, el señor Chester Williams, de mi presencia, dio un directivo de que de tan pronto hoy se comience que un individuo vaya en motocicleta a visitar la aldea de Caledonia a diario, sin excepción. Esto acaba de suceder enfrente de mí y le dio la orden al señor Luis Castellanos para que él entonces le dé seguimiento. Así que esto es una respuesta directa a la queja que usted estaba poniendo. Okay? Anything else you'd like to share with us, gentlemen?
Well, closing remarks.
Okay, we will have Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning. Morning. Go ahead, sir. Good morning. I think that you have lost that call. I invite you to call again, sir.
Well, presently, the task at hand is the upsurge of crime in the area of the Louisiana area, and so we will definitely be working on that. But what I want to add is that we are also, apart from the crime situation, we are also advocating we will be talking to the business community because we still have this plan as it relates to the cameras installed at strategic locations. And so we're meeting with the business community, we are meeting with anybody who can give us an assistance into that respect.
Maybe take this call. Sugar City Morning Show. I think something happened there.
And so the few business persons we have spoken to look like they are buying into this camera system, and so that is the project that I would really want to.
I remember when you were on the show some weeks ago that you did mention to me that you would love to see some increased surveillance in the downtown area.
Yes.
And
at strategic locations.
At strategic locations. Now, there were some people who were vehemently against it because they thought that it was a conflict with the privacy.
Invasion of right to privacy.
Invasion of right to privacy.
So long as the camera is erected in a public place, it should not be seen as invading the right to privacy, because the public domain is public. Simple reason.
So that would. Yeah. However, if it was directed in somebody's yard, then it would be totally different.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we have, like I've mentioned before, we saw the success in San Ignacio, where there's a television cable company who has partnered with the police and with some business community, and it is working. In fact, they have solved a crime through that means, and so I am advocating for that for the Orange Rock. And Benke, in fact, Mr. Juanito showed me some pictures last night while speaking to Mr. Vega, some footage that is coming out of Benke, and imagine
Benke closer to Orange Rock than Benke.
No, I will reach to that point. Say that Benke is a small community, and Benke are on board. So I don't see why we as Orange Rock Kenyans can't get on board.
Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Let this message go to Mr. Cheptero.
He's listening.
The thing I wanted to checkpoint by the Cold Bridge is a very good idea, but remember there was a cutout by Carmelita Junction. A lot of over that comes to Orange Rock.
Yes, we are.
I think those are the roads together. Keep an eye on the side of a lot of roads, throwing drugs and things going.
Yes, sir, that is true.
Yeah, so that's our opinion, no?
Yes, sir, thanks very much.
Well, thank you for calling in and giving this in.
Yeah, we are
we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Well, we're about just that time when it's 23 minutes after 9. Mr. Kokom, I'll ask you for your parting comments.
It was a pleasure. It is the first of many more to come.
Yes, I'm very hopeful for that.
Yes.
I would like to engage us and engage that within say a month or two that we do this all over again, to measure ourselves, to measure our success.
Una cosa, estamos a la disposición del público en general, de toda la comunidad de Orange Rock y todo el distrito en general. Ese es todo mi área mío, el distrito, todo el distrito de Orange Rock, no solamente el pueblo de Orange Rock, es todo el distrito.
Yo quiero ofrecerte el apoyo de todo el pueblo de Orange Rock.
Gracias.
Porque de los mensajes que han estado viniendo y desearte todo lo mejor, todo éxito. Gracias. Porque al final del día, tu éxito es nuestro éxito.
Claro.
Okay. Anybody else would like to share parting comments? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, to close off from me, I just want to say again to the Orange Rock people, thanks for your continued support to the Belize Police Department, and I ask for more public participation in what we intend to do. At the end of the day, whatever we want to do to address crime in Orange Rock Town can only succeed if we have the participation of all who are involved. Every stakeholder must play a role in this endeavor, and you, the general public, is a significant part of what needs to be done to be able to address our crime problem. From the police department standpoint, we're going to do whatever needs to be done to be able to restore that semblance of peace that you are so rightly deserve of. And even in looking at our own selves internally, we're looking at that at the same time to be able to ensure we have officers in Orange Rock Town who are trustworthy, within whom you can place your confidence. I have every trust and confidence in the ability of Mr. Castellanos as the Northern Regional Commander, Mr. Kokom as the Officer Commanding Orange Rock, Ms. Moody as the Officer Commanding Corozal, as well as their deputies, Mr. Reyes in Orange Rock and Mr. Victorine in Corozal Town. And so, with that, I think that we have are the right pieces in place at the leadership level. We now need to look below the leadership level and try to fix what needs to be fixed there in terms of those officers who are compromised. And we're hoping that by the end of next week, we should be seeing some movements in Orange Walk with the lower ranks to get some out and to get some new officers in. I will share my number with the good people of Orange Walk. My number is 610-5716. If it is that you have a concern relating to crime, or even a concern where you believe the officers in Orange Walk are not addressing your concerns properly, feel free to call me and I will interject with a view to ensure that your concerns are addressed. I will always refer the matter first to the regional commander, and when the regional commander cannot deal with the situation or is unable to, then I will step in to ensure that it is dealt with. And I know he don't want me to give his number, but I'm going to give his number too. Right? Mr. Castellanos' number is 600-8716. No, 600-8760. 600-8760. Right? So you can call him if you have a concern as well, and if you don't get him, then you can always try to reach out to me, and we'll see how things can work out. Mr. Kokom number, who is the officer commanding Orange Walk, is
620-1136.
Okay.
620-1136.
Okay, and that said, again, thank you and hope to communicate with you, the good people of Orange Walk, in the not too distant future again.
Thanks again, sir.
Muchas gracias.
Todo lo mejor. Well, I'd like to thank the production team. I'd like to thank Chiqui, Rahim Morris. I'd like to thank you, the public. A ustedes, muchas gracias por su participación. Muchas gracias por la confianza que tienen en Canal 10. Y me dirijo a la gente de habla hispana en este momento agradeciéndoles. Durante el curso de otro show estaremos hablando más en detalle. Tendré el gusto de tener al señor Juanito Cocoma aquí entre muy poco de nuevo. Le estoy extendiendo la invitación, okay, aquí en este recinto, y para tenerlo aquí para platicar más en detalle acerca de ciertos problemitas que nos acechan y que quizás podamos resolver entre muy pronto. A ustedes les doy las gracias, a todos los participantes muchas gracias y que tengan un bendito día. Compañeros, estaremos, este show repite a las 9 por la noche, pero de todas formas estaremos con ustedes mañana, miércoles a la misma hora. Mañana miércoles tendremos, no tendremos, mañana el jueves tendremos al representante de HelpAge y mañana tendremos a otro invitado, pero de todas formas siempre con temas que nos interesan a todos resolver y que, compañeros, juntos vamos a poder resolverlo. Nos vemos mañana a la misma hora. Cuídense.
Sugar City Morning Show.